Welcome back! You are listening to the video recording of a live episode. To catch our shows live, be sure to like, follow, and subscribe to us. This will keep you up to date on our schedule and any changes that occur. All our stream info and links are in the description below and at links.chaoticallybalanced.com. You can also support us on Ko-fi by going to chaoticallybalanced.com/support and get access to exclusive content and our Discord community perks. Alright, enough of that. Let's dive into the adventure. Welcome, adventurers. This is a quick note to say that this is part 1 of a live stream. To gain immediate access to our episodes, please visit links.chaoticallybalanced.com or go to chaoticallybalanced.com/support. Thanks! We'll see you in the next one. Welcome, fellow adventurers, nerds, and neurodivergents. Sit back, stay hydrated, and prepare yourselves for tonight's adventure. We've been on a 2-week hiatus due to some weather power issues, overheating laptops, and other technical difficulties. I think there were some sicknesses in there as well. But we are back. We are back on our normally scheduled program, and we're going to pick up right where we left off. Last we left off, after rescuing the guild leadership, both sides had questions for the other. Some conversations and searching of this underground area ensued, within which the group found out that the guild leadership was tricked down to this secret area and trapped by none other than the taskmaster of the Onyx Accord, Katernin Marsk. They believe she was working with somebody else. They don't think the whole plot was her, but that is yet to be revealed. Nonetheless, they finished up down there and made their way back up to the surface. Once here, they were immediately shot at, and the retired Captain Brightmail had motioned and got their attention, guiding them back down the alley to avoid detection. The guild master reinstated him and gave him the rank of commander as they navigated their way down to the docks. Through some darkness, trickery, and stealthy guidance, they were able to make it there undetected and without issue. They found their families here. The Sioux and the Grey Breezes both have facilitated the launching of the Sioux sailing fleet to save the citizens who wanted out, who did not want any part of this new government that was taking hold. A new ship was waiting and given to Wakim, and Kaida split off to travel with the civilians and the Sioux and Grey Breeze families, promising to protect them. The citizens and the fleet was granted some veteran soldiers as well for extra protection. They have cast off, and now they must continue getting underway to escape the port, the harbor, and head back to the island of Khurag, where they hope to find and rescue some potential allies. That is where we're going to pick up. We're not going to go with that. We're going to do some nature instead.
We haven't had a long rest yet, right?
Not yet.
Okay, cool.
It has been a very crazy 6 hours.
But we did have a short.
He really has.
Sat and ate a meal.
You got quiet again, but yes, you did have a short rest. And technically, Wakim, you did get the benefits of a long rest through a deal with your patron.
Yep, I remember. Fucking Zilganov.
Is that better?
Better watch how you talk about him.
He can hear your thoughts.
You said he can't always hear my thoughts, though.
He's not always listening.
Yeah.
He can always hear, but he is not always listening.
What
It's
about
like
you?
having a two-way receiver, but one person kind of sets the one receiver on the desk sometimes.
Okay. And
Yeah.
Talala, you have a goddamn dark devil blade over here. Okay.
Technically, she's not up there with you. So,
Fair enough.
so we are gonna pick up with. Actually, we'll pick up with Wakeem and Deedle to get our bearings here. Since you two are the only ones on the upper deck, you two are the only ones that can figure out what the next steps are. You weren't really given much guidance other than stay safe, get out of the city, and find help. Those were your 3 points of guidance.
Sorry, and we're getting ready to set sail to where again?
You are setting sail. You have already set sail, but you now have to escape the harbor. You are going back to the island of Khurag where the airship crashed.
Okay, thank you.
And you're looking for your missing friends, allies, and Mr. Belfast.
Yeah,
So I'm not sure you care about finding Mr. Belfast.
I don't. I don't know how the rest of the group does, but yeah, I'm not a fan of Belfast. He's not. Yeah, nope. So yeah, again, I'll be busting my detect magic as we're navigating out of here, just so nothing kind of gets to drop on me.
15 feet?
30.
30 feet? Yeah, that's already in there. 30 feet detect magic is up.
And I'll just look at Deedle and say, keep an eye out.
You can each, both you, Wakeem, and you, Deedle, can each make a perception check. Oh.
I'm gonna hero point. I'm gonna luck that.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm gonna inspiration that.
Yep. Deedle, you were also very quiet just there.
Oh, I got an inspiration that.
This is not the time for your guys' luck to be running out on these rolls.
All right, I'm gonna hero point this one.
Okay.
D6. Ah, poop. 30-20.
30-20. I think Deedle said she was having some issues. Yeah, you're still real quiet.
Nope.
Say again?
How about now?
Oh, that's good. That one was
Okay.
good.
Would you want me to roll?
Perception.
Gotcha.
Just to keep a general eye on as you're going out. Because Wakeem's focus
21?
is mostly forward. 21, so a dirty 20 and a 21. Would you have stayed on the main deck, or would you have climbed up to your normal spot?
I would have been in the crow's nest.
Alright, so this one has 2 crow's nests, actually. There's one on the front mast and one on the rear mast. These masts
They'll be up
are
on the front.
Okay. These masts are slightly larger, so the crow's nest is also slightly larger, and it has some reinforcement around the outside of it.
Okay.
Like some type of metal, like iron or steel plating. It's not
Kind of like
completely...
a shield all the way at the bottom of it.
Yeah, kind of like if it gets hit there, it's not going to immediately break.
Gotcha.
So both of you, seeing Deedle, you have a little bit better perspective of what's going on because you're higher up. But Wakeem, you are also keeping your head on the swivel as you're trying to navigate out. Your ships are not the only ships leaving the harbor. There are other vessels leaving. You can see them in the distance in front of you, behind you, just kind of trying to get out. Other private merchant companies, you assume. None of them look armored or armed, really, except for, like, maybe some mounted crossbows or something. As you're sailing for a little bit here, you're picking up speed. The ship does feel faster. You notice there are ships breaking the horizon that look to be sailing in formation.
Are they flying any colors?
Wakeem, you wouldn't notice anything, not because of your check, but because you're too low. However, Deedle, you would see that they are flying the Onyx Accord flag that was similar to the soldiers that were marching towards the docks.
I'm gonna holler down, let everybody know about it.
Those were the guys we were trying to avoid, right?
Yes. So there was like a company of soldiers marching down the main thoroughfare of the city towards the docks, and you were told that this was the main force of the Honest Accord, the probably the soldiers that were just following orders, but were currently fighting against you all and those that are disagreeing with the current transfer of power.
So these could be their reinforcements, essentially.
You could be the reinforcements for the ones in front of you, or they could be the ones you want to avoid. It's a 50-50 shot.
Is there any way for us to make that determination at our current distance?
You can wait and observe, or you can change course.
Yeah, I'm changing course.
Okay. You can, so that you are currently sailing like northwest out of northwest, because the port's like on the northwest side of the city.
Mm-hmm.
Like part of it's north and then it goes like to northwest, so like you're in between that point, which would be northwest, something like that. So you're sailing like northwest or northwest, and then you're going to do the whole loop around once you get into the deeper ocean where there's less of a chance of you colliding with another ship. To change direction, you can go more west, you can go more, or you could go more north.
What kind of formation are they sailing in, and are they coming directly at us, or are they basically going towards the port that we just left?
Yes. So they're not out of port, they're just far enough away that they're just on the horizon. They're coming into the port, but they're not sailing directly at you. They're kind of on this like odd. Make a history check. So determine how you would recognize their pattern. You specifically spending time as a sailor.
I'm inspirationing that because that's
you are not having a good time rolling right now.
Not right now, no. Well,
Killing it, man. Killing it.
Listen, you guys got a lot of natural 20s last time. Last 2 sessions, you guys were killing it.
All right, this is the last time I'm doing this. One more try.
Oh, you don't have a history bonus.
I don't.
And Ynor's not up there with you.
Oh! I'm going to hero point it.
I give
And
up.
at least you're going up. You're not going down. It can't really go down past a 1, but
Moving on up.
Seriously. All these bad rolls out. 11.
11.
Mhm.
You're not sure of the purpose of what they're doing, but they kind of look like they're sailing on a curve. So they're not going straight, but they're not coming straight at you. It looks like they're maybe patrolling, maybe just sailing. Maybe they've just gotten a change course directive, so instead of coming straight into the port, they're staying on the outskirts of the port. You're not sure. However, you do notice, once Deedle points them out, that there are 3 ships, and they're in a triangle formation with a lead ship at the point. Wedge. I guess it's a wedge formation, but 3 ships, you can't really make a wedge.
Okay. Yeah, I'm going to. I don't want to raise suspicion, so I'm not going to increase speed, but I will casually move a little bit more west in order to avoid them.
I will tell you, west will put you more in their path.
Oh, okay. So then let's go a little more north.
Okay, because they're coming from north, and they just changed direction or are sailing on a pattern that looks to be gradually moving them from going north to, or coming from north to coming from northwest. So
Okay.
essentially, they're going from sailing south to sailing southeast.
Okay. So to counter that, then I'll veer more north in order to stay out of their path.
You can do that. I'm gonna have you. What did we use for navigation check? Oh, geez.
Was it a survival check or?
I think so, because there's no navigation thing. Like, you have navigator's tools. Do navigator's tools say anything? Yeah, we'll just do because you're proficient with navigator's tools.
Uh-huh.
So make a survival check and add your proficiency bonus.
Okay.
So that'd be survival. Your survival +3.
Mm-hmm.
See if you got all the bad rolls out of your system.
Hey, that's 21 plus 3.
Oh, 24.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're easily able to make this shift without making it look suspicious. Like, just a shift that's like, oh, I just got underway. Now I'm actually adjusting my course.
Yep.
But you're doing so subtly, so it's not drawing attention to you. And you see those ships the 3 ships in the distance don't break off of what they looked like they were doing.
Okay, cool.
Deedle, you go ahead and make a history check.
I'm gonna re-roll that one.
Okay.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. You would recognize the pattern of what those ships are doing as a blockade formation. They're moving in a way that signals to you that they're probably setting up some sort of blockade. You have been on ships before in previous mercenary work that have done a similar thing.
Well, I think they're gonna try to block us off.
You're still behind them, so they're past where you're currently going. So they may be going after another ship to try and maintain the blockade. They may be going to meet up with someone else, but the formation looks very familiar. Like, you guys need to haul yourselves out of here.
Okay, if she says that they are moving in a blockade formation, then I would, again, not trying to raise suspicion, but I would continue to move out of their way, out of their path. But I would increase speed a bit more just to kind of get the hurry up.
With your 24 survival, you're able to gradually increase your speed to not arouse suspicion. And I would say you could probably increase your speed up to like 80% of what you believe this ship's max speed to be. You haven't gotten yourself that familiar with its controls yet, but it is very similar to your other ship.
Okay, yeah.
So I'd say you could get up to 80% of your max speed without drawing attention to yourself or looking suspicious.
Cool. We'll do that in order to avoid this coming blockade.
We're going to go to the lower deck of the ship. I guess the middle deck of the ship now, because now you have a lower deck. Back to the shenanigans. Kraka, what would you be making down in the galley here?
Well, I know I was going protein based, so I know I was going with steak, and I think I was going for a steak and eggs, but I wasn't sure if there was eggs.
I believe I remember that towards the end. You were going for like some red meat and some eggs. So yeah, you do find some eggs and some red meat, though there's not a lot of red meat down here. You were stocked with more fish than you were red meat, but you have some.
Well, is it enough to cook for everybody and still have some left, or do I have to use it all for everybody?
No. No, you have enough to cook for everyone, and then estimating based on what you make, you probably have enough to cook for everyone one more time if you just use the meat by itself. If you mix it with other things, you could probably, like a stew or something, or a stir fry, you could probably make the red meat last a little more than one more time.
Okay. I mean, after everything we've been through, we definitely need the protein and a nice hearty meal. So I'm gonna just the steak and eggs, and then I think I made coffee and tea.
Yes, you are also working on coffee and tea. It's not quite done yet, but it is in the works.
Anything hard? Like booze?
You have some. It's not like. It's probably actually what you're used to from your old pirate life. Like just bottom tier mead. Beer, just bottom tier fermented root vegetable type alcohol.
Yep, I'm gonna be drinking some while I cook.
Okay. It's easy enough to do that. You have like barrels and barrels of down here. You have quite a bit of eggs. You have quite a bit of fish, and you can always catch more fish. You do have a lot of root vegetables, but not a lot of like other vegetables, like greens and whatnot. But you have some. And you have some grains like rice. They stocked you up pretty well.
I'll probably grab some of those greens just to throw something together, so if somebody wants like a salad or something.
Okay. This is one of the things that you're very good at on the ship, so you're very easily able to spend your time doing this while also witnessing the craziness of Thesson and the dagger.
Yeah, I've seen Ynor get mesmerized by the vortex. Was that after Lala got eaten or before?
During? It happened almost simultaneously.
Okay.
Because all of that happened rather quickly. Oh yes, Ynor, you also saw Into the Void. Ynor and Lala, having just come out of this very odd experience. Lala, your prized dagger is covered in pigeon saliva. You are also slightly covered in pigeon saliva. Ynor is talking about the feeling about this void that she just stared into, and Thesson's just there like his normal self, like nothing happened.
I am not surprised. It is a terrible bird.
He's just a pigeon. He's a baby.
He is a baby that tried to eat me.
Your dagger started it.
You really didn't.
Listen, we all know he's antagonistic.
Normally, I would agree with you, but this time it was the pigeon.
And Dustin's just sitting here doing nothing, right? He's back to normal now?
He's doing the bird head twitches. Every
Okay.
so often, his head kind of goes upside down.
Okay.
Like when birds and cats look at you weird and they kind of flip their head upside down.
Is Nosferatu at least okay?
Yeah, he's fine. He's a weirdo.
I'm not fine. I'm covered in this weird saliva.
You seemed pretty happy with the weird saliva last I was checking.
What if you lose grip of me and it makes you miss your next strike?
I will wash you off when I can.
As Desolus starts talking, Thesson's head immediately goes to the dagger with its third eye staring at it.
Is it glowing again?
No.
Just hyper focused.
Yep.
Okay.
Like he can sense when Desolus is having a psychic conversation with somebody.
Back off, bird.
Off table. Do we know he is a primordi?
You were told that he looked like he was a primordi or related to that species.
Okay.
I forget who you guys had asked someone.
Zukana.
Yeah, you guys had asked and were given a vague, unhelpful answer.
Would I know anything about them or no?
About who?
Primordies.
No.
Okay. Mental note to ask Kaida.
Mm-hmm.
I also don't know what that means. But I blame Joaquin.
Absolutely.
Ever since he became a witch and started making deals with the devil, even my own weird little demon things are extra weird and demony.
Do we blame him for the pigeon being a primordial too?
Absolutely.
Awesome.
It was probably a regular pigeon until he made a deal with the demon.
Exactly.
It always had a third eye. So it was not a regular pigeon.
It could have been a mutated pigeon.
Yeah.
Listen, I'm sure there's pollution here.
pollution is out of control.
Actually,
Exactly.
not around Zatha.
We didn't
We don't
find
know where
him
the
near
pigeon is.
Zatha.
You found him near Khurag.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. We don't know where he's from originally, though. He was on an airship.
do not.
Anywhere.
That's a really fair point.
Oh, speaking of, I don't have your puppy on the ship right now.
Damn it, you left him in Zatha.
Lala, you glance because it's staring at your dagger again. You glance at its third eye, and you could swear that you saw outer space in its third eye for a split second, and then you blink and it's gone.
His poor corrupted pigeon.
Did we go tell Wakeem it's his fault?
I don't know. He's probably busy.
He could be. He might not be. We have no idea what's going on up there.
Nope.
True. Let's go find out what's going on up there. If he's not busy, we'll blame him.
Sounds good.
So you guys walk up the stairs, and as you walk into the next set of shadows before you hit daylight, the next step you take, you're just in the void.
What void?
The void, both of you. It's just surrounded by darkness.
Like the Primordial Void?
I was gonna say, I'm gonna need a more specific void.
Like Space Void, Primordial Void.
Depression void.
Does it look like we're in the bag of holding?
It feels the same as when you stared into the vortex.
Oh. How fun.
Are we floating?
No, you're standing.
Does it feel like we're floating?
It's disorienting because you don't feel the surface. You don't see the surface that you're standing on underneath you. And every so often out of the corner of your eye, you see just a shadow within the shadow of movement.
Can I try to investigate them?
You could try to perceive them.
Yes.
That would be a perception check.
$24.
The closest thing you could relate it to is a really big snake. And then it goes away, and then it goes away.
Is it all one? Is it multiple?
There's multiples.
There's multiples.
Yeah.
Really, like, big enough, bigger than me?
Yes.
Like,
I'm
bigger than,
Scream
for me.
for Joaquin.
What was that?
Lala's just going to scream for Joaquin.
Your scream echoes into the nothingness.
Nobody can
How-
hear it.
How big are these?
You can catch enough of a glimpse of one to see that it would probably split a ship in half.
Can I still see Thesson?
No.
God damn it. We really have to kill that bird.
Did we get eaten by the bird?
Your dagger's also not on your belt.
I mean, I have other daggers.
None of your daggers are on your belt.
The void
Do I have
eats
my
all
sword?
daggers?
No.
Do I have a shield?
No.
Do I even have, like, my bags?
No.
So
The
it's,
void is worse.
It's you and Lala.
Nightclub.
listen, do we at least have clothes on?
Yes.
Okay. It didn't take everything.
The void
Ah.
worse than a nightclub. All our shit.
There's a small light in the distance that just appears suddenly.
I'm gonna start walking towards it. Not much else to do.
Are you following Lala?
Can I see you, Nor?
You could see her for a couple steps before she starts walking off.
Yes, I will follow.
The nothingness is moving faster than what it feels like your steps are. And the light's getting just infinitely closer until Yenor, and I guess Lala, you would recognize this because she explained it to everyone. You see a similar thing to the vision you were granted when you asked for clarification.
Which thing?
The giant beast in the sky destroying the continents below it.
So the giant primordial thing.
Yeah. That
Ah.
doesn't have a name and isn't in any books.
Oh. Great.
And just a sundered land.
Can I tell which continent?
No.
No? Damn.
Sundered.
And then you take another step and you're back on the ship.
So, vision or pigeon?
I don't have visions. That's a pigeon, and we should roast it.
It could have been touched by my goddess, so I don't think we're supposed to do that.
You feel a gentle breeze blow down the stairs as you say that.
Yeah, I really don't think we should do that.
Your goddess needs to stop fucking with me. Tell her that. To pigeon that.
She's the maiden of fate.
The what?
The maiden of fate. So there's not much that we can do if she's showing us things that we have to deal with. And that we are fated to deal with.
You never determined if that vision was of the past or the future.
Yeah, I know. That's a terrifying ordeal.
Mm-hmm.
That sounds like utter bullshit.
Life is bullshit. We have to deal with it.
Primorgi's eyes, or Thessen's eyes, are glowing red.
What's it staring at?
The dagger.
Evil.
What?
Lala, your belt feels a little heavier as it feels like Nosferatu has grown in size, and there's that red aura around him that gives him the extra reach.
Were you eating while we were in the void? What were you eating? This flight doesn't have snacks.
The void called to me.
What did it say?
It was a feeling, less of actual words.
What does it want you to do?
Go home.
Where is home?
I don't remember.
Stop listening to.
Thanks for tuning in. If you're enjoying the show, leave a like and review. It will help lead others our way. If you want to support us further, head over to our Ko-fi page, chaoticallybalanced.com/support, linked in the description below, and see what exclusive content we have for you. Without further ado, let's get back to the adventure.
Voids.
Then he just goes quiet. You don't feel the psychic connection at the present moment with your dagger.
I need a break. Too much weird stuff. You magic users. I can't
Listen, Matt,
even.
you can. I have faith in you.
You're having this conversation while standing in a shadow on the stairwell.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, Lala's marching off. She's had it.
You know, I'll just follow.
Joaquin,
You
your shadow monkey is causing problems.
Joaquin, you hear from the stairwell as Lala is marching up the steps. She's yelling at you. Is he there?
Oh no. He's really focused on that steering wheel.
At the same point that you guys march up the stairs, you do hear Deedle calling out things to Joaquin, and as you look towards what they're looking at, you see you see a formation of ships on the horizon, sailing the perimeter of the harbor. You guys are, I'd say by this point, 3/4 of the way out of the harbor. You're almost to quote-unquote international waters.
That's home free.
It's not necessarily home free, but you're out of immediate danger. You're trading immediate danger for unknown situations.
Sounds good. Let's do it.
It's about, I'd say, Crockett, there's a few more moments on the food because their vision
I was just
didn't
letting
really
you know.
stop time. Yeah, this was more of they had a vision, but time didn't continue progressing while they were having the vision for them.
No, yeah, that's fine. I wasn't saying you forgot. I was just
Yeah.
saying, like, hey, whenever you are saying it's done, that's what I'm going to be doing.
It's probably going to be done right around the time you guys reach the edge of the harbor.
Okay. Continue on.
At least your cooked food, your raw food, obviously is done. You do, Yenor and Lala see Poppy and the Elemanther puppy kind of cuddling on the deck, looking around.
Oh,
Cute.
so cute. Do you think she thinks it's her puppy?
She might. I don't think she's old enough for babies.
You could ask her.
Would Poppy know?
About what?
No.
Poppy needs the brain cell.
He does not have that often.
Thesson does.
Justin does not.
He's got
That's-
something.
Justin is just a demon with a beak.
He's just a child.
Deedle, you would overhear them bantering about Thesson being a demon, and you would notice that his eyes are now glowing. You would also notice that Lala's demon dagger is quite a bit larger than it was before.
Really packing now, huh?
Our witch captain is causing problems for all of us.
Hmm. So, why is his eyes red?
Because he's a demon. He tried to eat me.
What?
He summons a void inside of him.
Like,
He wanted you to experience the void.
I don't want to experience the void. I barely want to experience the ship.
was it like a void in a toilet flushing, or like a voidal like abyss? Like, what are we talking about?
Like a primordial void.
What?
Like a someone ate you, but you have not yet been digested void.
You're so dramatic.
What biggest void it is? So what do we do?
You're still... Wakim's keeping you on course. Making micro adjustments as needed to stay out of the perceived ire of the ships that you had pointed out on the horizon. Wakim, you were getting yelled at as they came up the stairs that you are at fault for their current predicament.
Of which I have no information or knowledge, right?
No, but you did just hear Deedle ask why Thesson's eyes are red, and you heard her say that Lala is now packing because the dagger is larger currently. And this is enough for you to just peek over your steering column and notice as well.
Okay. I notice without saying anything, and then I'm going to send you a message.
Okay. As you approach the edge of the harbor, Kraka, you can now do what it is you would like to do, because your food is ready.
Oh, I'm just whatever's close. I'm just gonna start banging on like it's a dinner bell.
Empty, it's like the traditional empty pot and like metal ladle or something.
Y'all's come get your victuals.
So all of a sudden, you all hear this loud pot banging from below deck. Rhythmic pot banging, not just he tripped and fell on something. Are you yelling anything while you are making this dinner bell noise?
come. Yeah, come and get it in my native tongue, Primordial.
Do any of you speak Primordial?
Lala speaks primordial.
Lala does speak. Lala is a Genasi, so yes, she speaks Primordial. I don't think anyone else speaks Primordial.
Nope.
Oh, Deedle also
Yeah, I
speaks
think I
Primordial.
do.
Yes.
The cat speaks primordial?
That.
No, the turtle does, so.
That's a really fair point.
So Lala and Deedle, you hear in Primordial with this banging that food is ready. To Yenor and Wakim, you just hear this guttural, deep grunting from below deck with the dinner bell.
I'm gonna respond to the grunting and just say, I have no idea what that means.
Food means food. Let's go eat.
Well, why didn't you just say that? I will put it
He
in
probably
autopilot.
didn't want the bird to hear him, so he'd try to eat me again.
So he makes grunting noises?
Bird can't understand primordial. Stupid bird.
The bird looks at you and starts making grunting noises.
Joaquin just tunes all of that out and says, I heard food, and he'll shift it to autopilot and head downstairs.
It takes you a moment to find the quote unquote. It's really just a maintained course, not really autopilot. But yes, it takes you a while to find that lever. It is in a slightly different location, but it's like getting in a car that's 3 model years newer, and they changed the smallest thing so you can't find the button.
Yeah.
But you do find it, and then you all go down for dinner or late lunch at this point. It's not really dinner yet. Kraka made some steak and eggs and a salad and some coffee and some tea.
That actually sounds very good.
So we're going to move everyone down into the galley.
Hey, Kraka, can you show me where the raw fish is?
Yeah, it's right over here.
I'm gonna grab like a full arms load
Mm-hmm.
and take it up to the Elementer and Poppy.
Okay. You barely get it out of your arms before she is running towards you at like full speed.
Yep.
Like full pounce.
Yep.
You almost get slobbered on,
Yeah, I'm used to that.
and then they just kind of dig into the fish.
I go back downstairs.
As you do, you see her throwing fish because the Elemanther puppy just kind of sat there wagging its tail. Didn't run over. She's throwing fish over to it, trying to get it, and then it just picks it, and then she throws another fish over to it.
Okay.
Thessen's eyes are still red. The dagger is still enhanced. And every so often, each one of you, if you catch a glimpse out of the corner of your eye of Thessen's third eye, it looks like outer space, like the night sky, for a moment, and then you blink and it's gone.
Yeah, I mean, I sent you a message, but otherwise,
Yes.
I'm just kind of like looking at what's the deal with this thing.
It's been infected by your shadow demon.
My shadow thingies don't have eyes, and this thing's third eye is doing a weird thing.
Your weird shadow monkey made it a genasi-eating demon.
Ah, in other words, you have no idea.
I know exactly. I was there. It tried to eat me and my dagger, and then it forced me into its weird pit belly full of stars.
Full of stars, you say?
It definitely did. I seen it.
Dinor was there.
It was really weird. I had to leave.
It's not as bad as she was saying.
But do you even remember staring into its mouth?
It's just a void. There's nothing wrong with a void every now and then.
Yeah.
I'm not old enough for the void.
Ah, yes. You have to be 21 years or older to ride the ride called the Void.
Correct. There's a height requirement that I do not meet.
Well, then grow, child.
I'll take your word for it. No, after seeing you just stand there mesmerized for God knows how long, I'm good.
You see, it's frightening the turtle. Is this the ship you run, Captain? We just allow vagrant birds to try and eat your crew members? I'm not getting paid enough.
Wait, we're getting paid?
I mean, I'm getting paid.
I'm just glad I'm getting fed.
I have more things I have to buy than food. I require payment. However, there is no payment great enough to sacrifice my life to die in a bird belly slowly.
As you are all sitting here having this conversation, Thessen's eyes continue to glow more red.
He's gonna explode.
Yeah, he's doing something crazy again.
That bird's a bomb, and we need to get it off the ship.
My detect
Your
magic
dagger.
hasn't... Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Lala, your dagger also begins to glow more red.
He's just fat.
What do you want to use your detect magic to do?
I'm trying to determine exactly what's going on with this bird, and what kind of magic it's emitting. If I can learn anything about it.
It is magic older than what you have encountered thus far. You can go ahead and attempt to understand it. I cannot guarantee your sanity if you fail.
All right. So again, I'm going to send you one more message.
Lala, your dagger starts vibrating, and I'm assuming you clipped it back in its sheath, so it's starting to like vibrate and shake like it's trying to escape your sheath.
Dear God. That's not cool.
Okay.
Is the bird trying to telekinesis your knife?
Maybe?
There's a whole vibration now in this room that's making all of your arm hairs like stand on end. If for those of you that have arm hairs.
I'm gonna pour myself another drink. Anyone else?
Yes, please.
Alcoholic or non?
Surprise me.
Oh, all right.
You say that and this dark orb forms in the middle of the table.
A what forms?
Dark orb. Like the
Crocodile.
opposite of a crystal ball.
Croca, that's not what I meant.
That I don't know if that's drinkable.
Again, what kind of magic is that I'm sensing?
It's a buzzball.
Similar to the both the dagger and the bird.
And the dagger and the bird are both giving off the same energy?
Similar, not the same.
Which is this ball closer to? The dagger or the bird? The bird. Okay.
But it feels older.
Older than the bird?
Yes.
And older than the dagger?
The bird is older than the dagger. Feels older than the dagger.
Okay. Age rating. Bird is the oldest?
And yes. Or at least the magic in which it has been touched by is.
Okay. So, I want to try something.
Okay.
All right. So, essentially, the way in which Joaquin utilizes magic and, interacts with magic, it's pure charisma. He's not intelligent about it. He does not decipher the he does not, break down calculations and equations and whatnot. He feels it, and when he feels it, his innate charisma and his belief in himself, quite frankly, is what drives him to cast these magic. So using that, he would essentially try to kind of suss out what this bird is.
Using your charisma, trying to essentially attune your essence to his essence to figure out what it is.
Yeah, essentially it's almost like a soul persuasion.
Yeah, you're trying to
roll to seduce the bird.
You're trying to get the vibes.
There you go.
But now there's a black orb on the table.
I am. Yeah, I see that, but
can I stab it? Should I stab it?
Your dagger's currently vibrating and shaking in its sheath.
I mean, I can hold it.
Are you unsheathing it?
I will grip it very tightly before I do.
It's like a jackhammer.
So 2 hands.
Or like a massage gun.
Got it.
Like that just vibrating, warbling feeling.
Perhaps I should use a different dagger.
You're able to hold on to it.
Alright. As long as I can hang on to it, I'm gonna stab the orb. Stab poke. Do I pull attack? I don't know. What do we do?
So Nosferatu, aka Decilus's Fang, or Decilus's Tooth. You make contact with something solid at first. It doesn't crack, it doesn't waver, and Desilus doesn't break. Just starts going within.
Can I yell at her to pull that out immediately?
Yeah.
I would just say, again, that thing is nothing. Literally nothing. And everything going in there ceases to exist.
Not necessarily. I mean, you can interpret what you had, the information you have been given in that way. Yes.
That's what he would say. That is all Joaquin would say.
She would try to pull it back. It is a stab after all. It does come back. That's how stabbing works.
I'm going to need you to make a... Let's see... I'll make it easier for you. An athletics check.
That's an 18 plus 8.
8. Yeah, so 26. It takes some effort on your behalf, more so because of your size, but you are able to pull it back. However, you had to stand on the table to do so, and you are flung back off of the table a little bit.
Woo! Usually
There's this
that's hard.
cross-shaped hole in the sphere that slowly closes up and fills in with black inkiness. Joaquin, would you still like to attempt your vibe check?
Sure.
Are you attempting this on Thesson? Or the dagger? Or the orb?
I mean...
Or the room? I mean, there's an energy in the room now, too.
I'm really focused on this bird.
Okay.
So let's... I mean, yeah, based on what I've learned about the orb, that's fine. But yeah, I'm focused on the bird right now.
You can make a... This would be a... an Arcana check, but add your Charisma modifier.
Okay.
So you roll Arcana and then plus 6.
Yep. I'm gonna inspiration that.
Okay.
Oh, come on!
Oh no.
Alright, I got a hero pointed.
Alright. 14. That's 17.
17.
Now, you see there's this orb on the table. Lala just tried to stab it. She got thrown off the table. She still has the dagger. Lala, for reference, the dagger is still vibrating and humming. And then you see Joaquin just lean down and just stare into Thessen's eyes.
Ugh, it seems like a terrible idea.
Just for like silence, he's just staring into Thessen's eyes.
Does Thessen do anything?
Thessen stares into his eyes. Just
Is the third eye the stars again?
Are they gonna kiss?
the third eye is staring at the orb.
Okay. Is
So
it
two eyes
glowing?
are staring at
Joaquin.
glowing red. The third eye is this amalgamation of red glow and black inkiness swirling around, and it's staring at the orb.
Do I get any vibes or anything? Am I should I be alarmed?
Can I focus my detect magic in any way towards this as well?
I'd say your detect magic is what is allowing you this chance in the first place.
Okay.
Without it, you would have no idea what's going on because you are a charismatic spellcaster, not an intellectual spellcaster.
Okay.
So, where is Thessen?
On your shoulder.
So Joaquin's just like right here.
He's not right in front of Thessen's face.
Okay.
But he's just, from across, just staring at Thessen.
Okay. Is Thessen giving off any vibes? Like the dagger's vibrating and humming.
Mm-hmm.
Is Thessen doing anything?
Feels a little bulkier.
He feels heavier.
Yeah.
Huh.
Like, enough to notice.
Can I pick him up?
No.
He will not move.
Nope.
Like he makes himself stay there?
Yes.
Okay. So he's not too heavy for me to move.
No.
Can I insight check the bird?
I mean, sure.
Okay. I don't know
Joaquin.
what else to do.
It feels like an eternity that you are staring into this bird's eyes.
I'm inspowing it.
It is mesmerizing. You feel like all of your problems could go away if you just put your hand into the void.
Just kiss the bird.
And the
But-
void on the table?
Yes.
It's
But
telling me to go into the void on the table.
no, this is just what you feel. It's not telling you to do anything.
Okay.
You feel like all your problems could go away if you put your hand into the void. But you also have this tugging feeling that only being a very careful practitioner of the magics has. Something is very wrong.
I had a 30-20.
For an insight check?
Yep.
Okay. So your insight check on Thessen is... He's not a normal bird.
Yeah.
Yeah. He may have been touched by the Lady of Fate,
Okay.
but he's also acting like a conduit. And there's something on the other end of that conduit. You don't understand anything else.
Can I assume that it's not the Lady of Fate on the other end of the
Yes.
conduit? Can
You can
I assume
easily-
that it's probably something primordial?
Maybe.
I don't like that.
All of you watch as Joaquim's eyes begin to fill with the inky blackness of the void as he's staring into Thessen's eyes. Joaquim, do you continue pressing into the vibe check with Thessen?
Yes.
You need to make a... since we're using charisma, I'm going to give it to you with charisma. A charisma saving throw.
Okay, is this any type of... Is this a charm that's happening?
It's not charm by definition, but it is adjacent, so I would grant you advantage based on your ability to not be charmed.
Appreciate it.
Because it's not exactly charm, but there are abilities that are like charm. It's not quite a charm, but it is similar.
Okay. 22.
22. You're able to push further, but you feel the tax on your mind.
Okay, so I did reach out to Zilgi, asking him to kind of help protect my essence there. So
yes,
I'm wondering if he'll help in any way here.
Well, you as you push further into this interaction, you feel just this immense pressure on the edges of your mind, kind of like when you first get in a pressurized cabin of an airplane, or if you go too deep too quickly while diving, like that kind of pressure.
Yep.
And then it slowly fades as your head acclimates. Within Thessen, you see the inky blackness of the void. You see various windows, mirrors, doors, you don't know what to call them, just in front of you. Infinitely going everywhere, in every direction.
Is it kind of like the mirror dimension?
Not quite. It's more so like you can walk up to one to look into it if you would like, and then I can give you a better description of what you are seeing.
Okay, I'll do that.
So the closest one you walk up into, you see the crashing of the airship over Khurag from like a outsider's perspective, someone watching it from a hilltop outside the city. Then a mirror next to that, you see the storm that you guys had gone through when you had first cast off together, when you had first rescued Yenor and these strangers. Then you go another mirror and you see a memory from your childhood of you playing with toy ships.
As I'm looking inside these, I'm wondering, am I inside my own soul right now?
You look into another mirror and you see something that freezes everything within you. This terrifying beast rampaging across the plains of Ishania, taking out hundreds of troops at a time, just bringing destruction to everything, leveling villages and cities, ramming into walls.
Do I recognize this beast?
The only thing you would be able to equate it to in this moment is things that you have dismissed as legend or myth.
No, they don't exist.
It does kind of match the description of what history has written of the primordial beasts, but even that history has started to get questioned as the years go on. People thinking that the facts have been exaggerated and that it wasn't really that big. And that's kind of where your mindset is that kind of thing couldn't exist.
Yep.
And then you're sucked back out into the galley, this room, the food on your plate. The rest of you see as Joaquim's eyes go back to normal. The sphere on the table vanishes with just a poof of smoke. Thesson goes to sleep on your shoulder. Lala, your dagger goes back to normal.
Joaquin, what did you do?
Joaquin's frozen, so he kind of doesn't really even hear Yenor.
He seems unresponsive in the moment. Like in a state of awe or shock or disbelief or frozen panic.
I'm gonna grip his shoulder and shake him a little bit.
Joaquim, you get violently shaken as you your head space kind of clears and you're actually back in this room now, present.
Hey.
How'd you make the ball go away?
Oh, it's gone. He just looks at her and shrugs.
Is it more of your evil witch magic?
I didn't do anything.
Well, what'd you see? Your eyes went all black.
I don't know. I saw the past, the present, and the future. Maybe? I don't know. All I know is that thing, and I'm pointing to the bird. That thing needs to be watched.
Well, it's a good thing he comes with us then.
Just be careful around it, okay?
Aye, aye, Captain.
Yeah, especially since Kaida is in here.
Lala, in your head you hear, I think you should let me eat the bird.
I think I should too, but I don't think Yenor is going to let me. Something about some goddess of fate.
What if that's a trick?
I don't know what a goddess of fate wants to do, just eating me. Or being weird and creepy.
You all hear a voice in your heads that you recognize as Nosferatu. You should let me eat the bird.
You're not eating the bird.
It's only fair he ate me.
You asked him to.
Yeah, and so now I'm asking if I can eat the bird.
You ask a lot of questions. And most of them are violent.
What if I just taste the bird?
You already did.
No, he tasted me.
At least he asks. And he listens to no. That bird doesn't listen to no.
I don't have a choice. I don't have limbs.
Can I very gently take one of Thessen's feathers?
Sure.
I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to set it on the table. That's all you get.
You go to try to pluck a feather, it doesn't get removed from Thessen's
Really?
body.
Really? What if I try to cut it with a knife? Like one feather?
What kind of knife?
I think I only have one kind. A dagger.
I have many knives.
Trying to cut it with a normal dagger? It's like trying to cut steel on steel. And now
Where did that
Thessen's looking at you.
Thessen, may I have a feather?
He puts his head back in his wing. Hold one out and hold it in his beak.
I take it and I set it on the table.
Okay.
Thank you, Thessen.
It disintegrates
Oh.
after a few seconds. It's just dust on the table now.
Nosferatu, try to use that.
Never had
Dust.
dust. I don't know if I can eat a solid. Can we make it a liquid? Someone cut their hand and put some blood in that, make it a liquid. Or at least a paste.
I'll do it. And I prick my finger. Squeeze out a couple drops into the dust.
Well, back your hair here. Can you stick me in that paste and we'll see what happens.
Lala kind of takes Nosferatu out and touches her cheek to his handle for a second, and then hands him to Ynor. And I'm gonna go upstairs. This is really scary.
Oh.
She's gonna go sit with Poppy and her puppy.
The good news is, as you go upstairs, they have completely demolished all the fish, and the puppy is just chewing on various fish skeletons.
Adorable.
You're now holding Nosferatu.
Just remember, you only get what I gave you. And I stick it in the mush pile.
He absorbs all of it, and he begins glowing.
Oh.
Gold.
Like radiant?
Yes, but his blade turns black.
What color was it?
Silver, like a gunmetal silver.
Okay. You good?
I've never had radiant blood before.
Yo, that's all you're getting.
And that feather. That was something older than the gods.
Again, that's all you're getting.
He's like almost the size of Dawnbringer when she is extended out now.
She's just a longsword. That's not impressive.
You all, except for Lala, also watched this encounter occur.
Did you learn anything else about the bird? Ignoring the radiant blood?
The bird was not born this way.
What does that mean?
It was touched by something.
And it's immortal now or something?
You stab it with me and see if it's immortal.
In your dreams.
I don't know if it's immortal then.
I'm not stabbing the bird.
It's got pretty strong feathers.
Well, if it's older than a god.
It's been touched by something that's older than a god.
Oh, okay.
The bird itself is not older than a god.
How old is the bird?
I don't know.
Well, you're not helpful.
That was a feather.
What do you want me to do? Stab the bird with you? Don't answer that. I want to flick the hilt.
It kind of hurts your finger.
Yeah.
You feel the air around Nosferatu's blade vibrating.
Why are you vibrating?
Then after a time, it shrinks back down. He shrinks back down to his regular size.
Okay.
Still black. No glow.
Are you black because of the feather or because of my blood?
Probably the feather.
Okay. I'm gonna go run him back to Lala now that he's normal-ish.
Lala, Yenor comes back upstairs real quick and hands you Nosferatu. Except Nosferatu is now a black blade, not a silver gunmetal blade.
What happened to you?
I promise he's not broken.
I ate a feather.
No, he's not broken.
I also got some holy blood, but she refuses to give me more. I also suggested we stab the bird to see if it's immortal, but she did not agree with that.
For some reason, she's very attached to Demon Bird.
It's not demon.
There are signs, Lala. I promise. Signs. There was wind.
Why does your goddess want to eat me?
Maybe you're meant to be eaten by the bird. Maybe that's your fate.
Then she can take her fate and stuff it up her holy ass.
You can put me there, I'll absorb all the blood.
Sir. Sir! You're too old for that.
Lala, you do notice that the air around the blade is vibrating ever so slightly as well.
Why are you vibrating? Are you going to stay
The
like
blade
this?
itself isn't vibrating, but the air around it is.
Still, one must assume he's aware of it.
When given new nutrients, I sometimes have new properties.
Nora's not a nutrient. Is it safe to go back down there? What's that bird doing?
It's on her shoulder, it's just sitting there.
Is it resting again?
Yeah,
Okay.
eyes are closed. All 3 of them this time.
Oh, good.
Fine. I'll
Being
come back.
up on the deck, you do see there is an approaching ship.
Oh shit. I will climb up the thing and look at it.
The ship?
The crow's nest.
Yeah. Do you climb up the crow's nest and look at the other ship?
Yes.
Looks like a simple merchant vessel. It's not flying any colors.
Is it coming in our direction, like near
Yes.
us? Oh, there. She'll stay up there and keep watch, I guess. You can tell Joaquin if you want, but I'll keep an eye out. I'm not hungry anymore anyway.
Joaquin, from the upper deck, you hear them yell that there is a incoming ship.
Can I put eyes on this incoming ship?
You can. At this point, you'd probably like have scarfed down some food, so you could run back up with what you have left.
Yeah.
You get back up.
I'll run up wide-eyed and try and see what's going on. Again, not still busting detect magic.
It looks like a normal merchant ship. It's not flying any colors. Probably independent. There's no company name on the side.
Any weaponry on the outside of this ship?
Only on the upper deck, it looks like there's some small mounted crossbows, like any other merchant ship would have.
Okay.
You make a perception check, though. If you want to look for if you want to give a more in-depth look.
Sure.
And Lala, you could make a perception check as well if you want to try
Still
to find
rolling
out
like
some more
a
information.
dog. I can't really see anything.
Mine was like 13, so
With your modifier?
with the modifier, yeah, it was a 9.
Yeah. It's normal merchant ship seem to be just cruising along. They are on a direct course to you, though. Not collision, but like you're gonna meet.
Sailing alongside.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's some movement up on the deck on that ship as well.
All right. I would, remain cautious, but again, not alert, not alerted just yet that anything bad is happening. But again, once they got within range, I'd kind of flag them down, be like, "Ho, ahoy!"
But with that, we are going to go to break. We'll be back here in just a little bit after we get some refreshments. Thank you all for tuning in thus far, and we will be back here in a few moments.
I need to fix my rolling situation. This is horrible.
Welcome, adventurers. This is a quick note to say that this is part 1 of a live stream. To gain immediate access to our episodes, please visit links.chaoticallybalanced.com or go to chaoticallybalanced.com/support. Thanks. We'll see you in the next one.
Another adventure completed. If you had a good time, remember to leave a like and review. You can head over to links.chaoticallybalanced.com, linked in the description below, and see what else we have going on. You will also find our live stream links and info here, where we are live most Tuesday nights at 7:30 Eastern. Check out our coffee page at chaoticallybalanced.com/support, also linked below, to get access to exclusive content and help support us further. That's all we have for now. We'll see you next time.